Ever seen a child attached to a stretchable tether? The kiddo can only venture out as far as it stretches. That's how it works. Then they get tugged back by the natural pull. Tethers are really good at keeping kids close to parents. Turns out that's sort of how economic achievement works also. Economists study something called intergenerational earnings elasticity, or IGE. It looks at how our incomes drift from where our parents stood. If there is a perfect elasticity, it's 1.0, meaning there is no give in the tether. Parents with median incomes, they have kids with median incomes. Same for high and low income. By contrast, zero elasticity means a parent's income will not at all tell us anything about how much their child will earn. Zero elasticity. It's basically baby's day out. Market-based economies like the US typically fall somewhere in the middle of the scale, but the trends are starting to change. And according to a 2012 analysis, America's IGE is pretty high, meaning how your parents did is a strong indicator of how you will do. The details start with a caveat. This analysis looks specifically at fathers and sons. It turns out elasticity is lower for daughters. They have more flexibility. In the father-son category, the American IGE was 0.47. That means nearly half of a son's income is pre-decided by his fathers. In the past, that was zero point 0.3. Canada is 0.19. There, only 19% of the income advantage or disadvantage for one father is carried down to his son. Now, keep in mind that statistics are not destiny. Individual kids can wiggle free from a tether, moving up or down the ladder. So is there anything we can do to increase American opportunity? A handful of researchers are trying to figure that out right now. One 2014 analysis compared American cities and found large variations. A child born in the bottom 20% in Charlotte, North Carolina, had a 4.4% chance of reaching the top 20%. In San Jose, a similar child's chances rose to 12.9%. Here we get to another caveat. Establishing causation is tricky, but they found 5 factors correlating with high mobility cities: less residential segregation, less income inequality, better primary schools, greater social capital, and more family stability. Since then, a 2017 study found evidence that job networks, institutions like unions that might reduce inequality, and the tendency to marry a working spouse all played significant roles. So now the question is, will the economic tethers continue tightening in the U.S., or can we find a way to secure the American dream and make ourselves a little more mobile?